Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Homeward Studio. I have 3 Easter wall hangers to share with you today. So let's waste no time and get into the video. Number 1. Okay, here's what I have. I have some scrapbook paper and it's just cursive writing. I don't even know what it says. You can't even tell really. I have these postcards. I believe I got them from Amazon or Temu a couple years ago. I think it was Amazon. If I can find the link, I'll link them below. These vintage postcard pieces, they're absolutely stunning. I have this piece from the Dollar Tree. So now I am taking a damp paper towel and I'm just wiping off all that glitter. There's just an overload of glitter on that, and I did sand it down too because I'm going to be putting scrapbook paper on top of it. And now what I'm doing to save scrapbook paper, because I really like this writing, I am just going to put scrapbook paper on both ends on all 3 pieces. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute and then it'll all make sense. So I'm not going to put a whole big square of scrapbook paper on top of this. So I'm just measuring out, I think like 2 inches per side. And then I'm just going to cut them out. So there will be 6 pieces. See how there's just a piece there. And then I did fold it in half because I measured it all out. And so a piece will go on each side because the postcard is going to go in the middle. Now I have this handy dandy staple puller. I love this. I got it from Amazon with a couple other tools like a year or so ago. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I put the glue stick on the one side there and I'm just pressing down the scrapbook paper. And yeah, I put it upside down. So I had to take it and then I put it on crooked. So 2 strikes, 3 strikes, I guess it would have been out, but anyway, yeah, sometimes I do things like that. So I'm just putting them on both sides like this. I'm trying to figure out which one because there's 3 of them and I want one to specifically be the top. It's all about balance. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this. This I got from the Dollar Tree like last year. I went to pick it up, the handle cracked, and then I touched the bottom of it, literally touched the bottom of it, and the whole thing broke. And then it just started like falling apart. Anyway, this is where I keep my pinking scissors because I wanted to make a fancy schmancy design on the side here. I wanted just not the top and the bottom, just the sides. I wanted it to look like not ripped, a little bit cleaner than ripped, but just something kind of different, something kind of unique. And that's what I did with those. I just wanted to show you that Dollar Tree bin thing. Yeah, I have 3 of them, so haven't checked the other ones yet. I don't know why that fell apart because I just got it a year ago. Anyway, enough about that. You can see what I'm doing here. I just have my glue stick. This whole thing is done with a glue stick, basically. And it's that really cool purple glue stick, so you can see where the glue is, and then when it dries, it turns white. So I just put it all over the postcard and then put it down, took my brayer, smushed it right into the board here. Now I just took my little blade here and I'm just removing the extra paper. This took a while because yes, I did go in all those little grooves there. And my knife is super, super sharp here, so it worked really well. But I don't know, if you make something like this and you use these pieces, just put on some music and have fun doing it. That's what crafting is all about. It's just having fun, relieving the stress, and then just being creative. And so now I have my finger sander here, and I am just removing the extra paper. There's little flecks and pieces here and there. I'm just removing them. So now I did all 3 pieces, as you can see. And I was showing you there that you can use some really pretty lace ribbon. That would be beautiful, but I had this extra burlap piece and I decided that I was going to use that. And then before I glued that on the back, I thought, oh, I didn't do a hanger. So I got these beads. They're the beaded garland from the Dollar Tree. I just have antique wax, and I have a baby wipe, and I'm just painting them with the baby wipe. And I have that little teeny wood butterfly from the Dollar Tree, and I stained that as well. So now while those are drying, I can work on the other pieces. So as you can see, I'm just putting the burlap down here. And I think I went back and forth. I liked the lace on it because these are vintage. This is a vintage piece. But then I thought I liked the color of the burlap on it. But I don't know. I guess if you make something like this, it's just your individual, preference. And then I taped it all on there. And then if you were giving this away or selling it, you could put craft paper on the back of it. But I like to tape it on there so it gives it extra support. I took that little wooden butterfly, glued it up on top there. And then I want to show you this. I got this from Amazon, this Distress Oxide. I got 4 of them in a pack, but I got them a few years ago. Antique linen, vintage photo, walnut stain, and black soot. I use these all the time. I absolutely love, love, love them. Those brushes I got in a 3-pack from Michael's. I couldn't find the other one. It was even bigger. So small, medium, and large. And now I'm using the walnut stain, and I'm just going around the edge. And I'm not making a straight line. I'm kind of doing it in a circle and blending it in. And this is how this piece turned out. I love this piece. It is just so beautiful, so vintage. Okay, number 2. And again, this is a wall hanger, and if you make something like this, this is what you need. I have this board. It was from the Dollar Tree Plus, $3. I have some pink pit berries, and I have a rope from the Dollar Tree, some scrapbook paper. This has bunnies on it and some deer. I was going to use that bunny sign, but I decided not to. I have this pack of these big white fluffy pom-pom balls, and I have a bunch of ribbon because I wasn't sure what direction I was going to. I had an idea, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do. That happens to me a lot. Anyway, the board was very dusty, and I cleaned it off because I knew that I was going to put the scrapbook paper on it and I was going to put the glue stick on it, so I didn't want any debris on that. So I put it on there, and then I just took my brayer and pushed the paper right onto the board, and now I'm just cutting it off with the scissors, the excess. And then I have my little knife here, and I want to stain the edges. It kind of curves, so I had to take my little knife here and go around it and take off the extra scrapbook paper. And then I took my finger sander and I just went around the edges there. And it's okay for me if the paper tears a little bit or gets distressed, because that's the look that I was going for. And then now I have the antique wax, and I'm just going around the edges and letting it get right onto the scrapbook paper. Now we're going to make the bunny. I'm measuring the ears, so I'm making the ears out of the rope here. So I put that on the paper to see how big I wanted the ears to be. And then I cut off 2 of them, and now I have the pink pit berries, and I'm just wrapping them around the rope. And then I formed it into an ear shape. And then I thought, you know, this paper, it almost looks like you're looking outside a window. The board looks like a window, and I thought, you know what? This was not what I was going to do. I was going to center the bunny, and I thought, oh, this would be really cute. Like, he's looking out the window at all these animals playing outside, and he wants to go outside and join them. So that's what I was thinking. So I could have probably taken like dowel rods, or I don't know, paint sticks, or even, you know, skewers, but I decided I'm going to make a window with the jute, and that's just what I did, and it worked out fine. So that's what I did. I just made a crisscross like this. Now I'm just gluing those ears together because I'm going to glue them down on the board, but I wanted them to stay together. So after I had that all figured out, I glued them down, and then I took this big pom-pom, and this is the bunny itself. It's not the tail, it is the bunny. Isn't he cute? I think he's so cute. And now I'm just going to take this pink burlap, and that is also from the Dollar Tree, and I'm making an awareness bow. And I just took a pipe cleaner and I just gathered it up and twisted it around in the middle just because that's what I had. Usually I take jute and tie it, but I had this pipe cleaner right here, so I thought I'd use that. And so now I'm dovetailing the ends of the bow. And then I just take it and fluff it out, and I glued it right up on top there. Then I made another bow, another awareness bow with the little bunny feet, and I just glued that up on top. And I had a button, a wood button. I use those all the time. They're from Walmart. Glued that in the middle. And I have these little pom-poms from the Dollar Tree. This is a little brown pom-pom. It looks gray, but it's brown. And this is how it turned out. It's so cute. I think it's so cute. It's like he's looking outside and he's like, Mom, I want to go play with my friends. I don't know. That's kind of what was running through my head. Anyway, I love this piece. Let me know what you think about it. Okay, last but not least, number 3. And this is a wreath, and if you make this, this is what you're going to need. I got this from the Dollar Tree. I liked it for the bunny. And I have these stems from the Dollar Tree as well, the 2 yellow ones and then the pink one. Some polka dot burlap ribbon. I have 2 of those. I'm just showing you options. I have some buttons. I use the yellow ones. Those are from the Dollar Tree. And then I have the wire wreath form. It's not the very large one and it's not the small one. It's the medium one. And I don't remember the inches. I should have measured it. I didn't. I'm sorry. So now I'm starting on the back. And the reason I do that is because I can take and wrap that around and it glues onto itself as well as the wire. And now I'm taking this and I'm pulling it very tight, and I'm also pulling it on an angle. This was not a full, I had already used part of this, so I knew I was going to run out and I was going to have to use a second one. And I was hoping that I wouldn't have to use a third one, but I did run out, and you'll see what I did. So this is the back again. You don't want to do this in the front. You want to make sure that it's always in the back that you're gluing it. And here's how I ended that, and here's how I started that again. Again, I'm going to start it in the back. And I'm gluing, literally gluing the ribbon onto the ribbon. Because you know, it's hard to glue things on metal. So if I can glue the ribbon onto the ribbon, then it will stay, it will stick. And I don't use a lot of glue. And again, just to get the most, I just put it on an angle and pulled it tight. But I ran out, as you can see. It doesn't matter because we're not going to see this, but I did want to put something up there just, you know, to glue these foam pieces onto, because we're going to put flowers up there. Okay, so now I'm going to take this bunny. I'm not using anything else, just the bunny. I thought he looked so cute with the polka dots. Now I have another pipe cleaner. I'm just going to fold it in half and cut it. And you'll see here where I'm going with this. So this fit on here perfectly. So I did throw a little teeny bit of hot glue on there just so I could maneuver it, turn it around, and the bunny wasn't falling out and everything. So I did glue the top and the bottom just temporarily. And now I left those pieces on the back of the bunny, that string or ribbon or whatever it is, so I could tie a pipe cleaner on the back of it. And then I took it and shoved it kind of like underneath the ribbon and hot glued it. So now it's secure. And I know there's many different ways you can do this. This is just the way that I did it right now. And now I'm taking the pink stem and I'm just going to put all these flowers up here. I didn't glue them because, as you will see, that I moved them around. I kind of eyeball it. So I put a pink flower on one side, one's kind of on the side, the other one's kind of poking down, and then these little, I don't know what they're called, little berries or whatever. One on one side's kind of up, the other one's down. And you can do it where one is perfectly even on the other side. But I like to add interest in it. As long as there's one on one side and one on the other side, to me it should never be exactly the same. But some people like that more formal look. I like the more informal look. It just adds more interest, I think. And I'm just clipping all these stems off with my wire cutters, and I'm just placing them just right now. And as you can see, you got like 2 yellows, so I'm pulling the pink ones out and I'm placing them on top more so. And then now we're gonna take care of that little, I pulled the little bow off the bunny there. And there are many things you can do. You can put a bow there. You can put, you know, I have this carrot ribbon. There's lots of cute things you can do. I'm just showing you different options. But this is what I did. I had a little piece of this lace ribbon. It's a thicker cream colored lace ribbon. And I'm just gonna kind of make a collar because this is the back of the bunny. I clipped it on there because I had to turn it over so I could glue it, and I didn't want it to move because I'm trying to cover up that little blemish there in the front from when I pulled off the ribbon. And now I have this butterfly. This was from a pick that I got at the Dollar Tree like last year or something, and I just used a little stem that I had from another pick that was you know, didn't have anything left on it. And I put that butterfly in there. And now I have these yellow buttons from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to glue 4 of them. So I glue 4 of them right across the ribbon. And as you can see the foam there. So I have just some extra leaves. And I'm just going to glue them right in there. And I thought it needed a couple more flowers on the end, so I'm just adding a few more. It had to be bigger. It looked like it was all stacked up on top of the bunny's head, so I kind of wanted to bring it down on the sides. And then now for the big fluffy tail, and that is it. And I am so happy the way this turned out. I think it is so pretty. And you guys will have to let me know which one is your favorite piece. 1, 2, or 3. And here's the whole shebang. All 3 pieces I made together. And I apologize for the lighting. I'm in Michigan and it's a very dismal day. It's very dark and cloudy, rainy today. Unfortunately, we had a tornado on the west side of the state, and unfortunately some lives were lost, so that's very sad. Pray for their families. Anyway, so I apologize for the lighting in that. And this is some more other pieces that I have done in previous videos, and I wanted to share this with you. And that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I gave you some inspiration. Remember to subscribe, like, share, comment, and hype, and all that good stuff. And I will be back very soon. And until then, you have a blessed week. Bye.